as part of our children's moment this morning, I want to ask, do you remember what happened on Monday, something special, this past Monday? The eclipse. The solar eclipse, that's right. And the solar eclipse, even though it only happens every so often, is something that we can predict because we know how the Earth turns and how the moon goes around the Earth and how the Earth goes around the sun. There's something predictable there. It happens in a regular kind of way, even though Monday felt very strange and spooky. But even more regularly than the eclipse, we can expect the sun every day. Every day the sun rises and it sets, and some days we can't really tell quite as much because it might be rainy or cloudy or dark outside, but we still know that the sun rises every single day. The sun shows up, and it is predictable. It is something we can rely on. What do you think would happen if the sun did not rise one day? Panic. Mass panic. We'd freeze. Paul. There you go. And they know exactly when it's going to happen, so they can plan for that, right? But, we could probably handle it for a day or two. It would get chilly. It would be kind of weird. But if it happened for a while, then eventually, as Ralph said, we'd get so cold, the food would stop growing, our plants would stop growing, it would throw everything off. But that doesn't happen because the sun is something we can rely on. It's something we can rely on to show up every day. And today we're talking about showing up and what that means and what that looks like for us. And just like the sun rises every day, God is there for us every day. There may be days when we can't quite see it, when things seem a little cloudy and it's harder to feel that God's presence with us. But we can trust that just as the sun rises every day, so is God there for us every day too. God shows up. And we're going to talk a little bit too about what it means for us to show up, for us to be reliable, for us to be those a presence in people's lives who just show up, and we can be it can be predicted that we will be there. So as we worship together today, let us do so as people who trust in the God who makes the sun rise and set each day, and also the God who is there for us reliably all the time. Amen.